Okay, now we are going to for the third part. It is very important for you to know what is actually nutrition security. There are 7 points that you have to remember, and these 7 points give you an idea what is nutrition security is about. So when we say that certain country they have a very good nutrition security, it means that in that certain places or that certain countries is when all the people at all times consume food of sufficient quantity and quality in terms of variety, diversity, nutrient content and safety, okay, to meet their dietary needs and food preferences for an active and healthy life coupled with a sanitary environment, health, education, and care. So these are the 7 points. Okay, yang kita semua kena ingat what is actually nutrition security. For low income countries or for those countries that have war problems, eventually they have nutrition insecurity. When they have a nutrition security, then they will face a lot of problems, especially undernutrition, stunting, and wasting. So ingat je, okay, when we said there is a nutrition security, it means that when all people at all times consume food of sufficient quantity and also quality in terms of variety, diversity, nutrient content and safety to meet their dietary needs and food preferences for an active lifestyle coupled with sanitary environment, adequate health, education. Jadi kalau kita nampak di sini, when we said nutrition security, is also include the last point ya. Last point ni kalau kita tengok, last point is that is coupled with sanitary environment. Nanti kita akan lihat a very common questionnaire when we want to look at the nutrition security of that certain group of community. Okay, and also when we said about nutrition security, there's another component that they have to look at is the in terms of the adequate health education. If they have usually when they have a very insufficient food, somehow they have a problem in terms of education and care. Memang kalau kita tengok negara-negara third world country lah yang banyak mengalami masalah nutrition security. In fact, Malaysia dulu pun ada masalah in terms of nutrition insecurity, and that's why we develop a national agricultural policy, NAP. They have NAP1, they have NAP2, they have NAP3, and they have the current one is is also known as NAFP. The agriculture tu ditukar kepada National Agro Food, okay, Agro Food or Agro Based Food on policy, iaitu yang bermula pada tahun 2011 hingga 2020. So after this kita akan tengok what is the actually when Malaysia last time bila kita dapat merdeka, betul masa tu kita mengalami masalah in terms of nutrition insecurity. And that's why kita ada a few of nutrition agricultural policy NAP yang kita akan lihat ini. Okay, basically, okay, bila kita dah cakap pasal food insecurity, then kita akan tahulah what is actually food insecurity. Maknanya kita tak secure untuk satu tempat tu. They have a very good in terms of availability of the food as well as the other items that I had mentioned before. So usually when certain countries they have a problem with food insecurity, the policy goal, ini adalah policy goal pertama. Mana-mana country yang they want to build a policy, okay, this is one of the main goal in order to assure that all people at all times have both physical and economic access. Sama kalau kita ingat balik yang tadi, okay, and the previous videos about what is the broad goal of food and nutrition policies. Sama ada, they have to be both physical and economic access to sufficient food to meet their dietary needs in order to lead a healthy and productive life. So, kalau nak lebih senang, kalau sesuatu tempat tu, in terms of certain community or certain country, they have a very food security, they must have a sufficient quantity, they have a very good quality and availability, access and utilization. So, they are in the 5 points, whether in terms of quantity, in terms of quality, availability, access and utilization. Nanti kita akan bahagikan a certain group of students to discuss about food security for certain country and look at how that country, certain country, they tackle the problems of the food insecurity, and kita akan tengok polisi, sama ada polisi negara yang mengeluarkan in terms of to tackle the food insecurity, whether they have a very success story or not, dan kita akan buat a sharing session after this lah, kalau kita tengok which policy is very good, whether in terms of our nearest neighbor, Singapore, Indonesia, and as well as we can go to the third world country, for example, South Africa, and also kita boleh tengok negara-negara Arab yang mengalami masalah peperangan macam Syria. They have a very bad situations over there, and they have what we call as a food insecurity. Not only they cannot access the food in terms of physically or economically, but they have a very bad in terms of sanitary environment. They have a very lack of applications, etc. This is a big challenge for certain countries if they have a very bad in terms of food insecurity. Tapi ada juga macam kita kata saja tadi, Malaysia juga dulu kita ada satu tahap kita berada di tahap food insecurity, but of course there are a few things they have been taken up by Ministry of Agriculture to look at or to tackle the problems of the insecurity in Malaysia. The success story we will share after this. Okay, thank you.